Hey guys, Chris D here, doing chapter 2 of my Portals play. It's not a let's play, it's me play, because I'm playing. You guys are watching. It's a distinct difference.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test, which involves deadly lasers and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
I love how crisp the voices sound. Just the way she said lasers appeals to me. Basically, laser goes in there, pops out here.
GLaDOS originally was a lot more cutting in these opening rooms, given that she's talking to someone she perceives as her murderer. Playtests revealed, though, that it was a bit grueling getting browbeaten by GLaDOS this early in the game, so her arc was rewritten to give her more of a slow burn towards the player.
I forgot you can walk in this stuff. That's better.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
I tried to draw this today. It came out pretty bad. Just a little symbol. Discouragement beam? What? Okay.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
Are you watching this? Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay. You're weirding me out. Go away. Well, at least we know the robot's alive. Well, I already knew that, but at least you guys know he's alive.
Well done. Here come the test results.
Here come the test results.
You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
Wow, I didn't realize it tested for personality. Oh, by the way, last episode, if you guys were hearing like
Don't let that
crackling sounds, that was me opening a granola bar wrapper. Granola.
Science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
Hey, I got an idea. I really want to fry that camera. It's not friable. Not even French friable. I forgot what I was doing. Probably this. There's the money. And that powers the door. Okay, so we'll power that up later. Where does this go? In 2-player you can dance. but not. This woman's too white to dance. What relaxing music.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
Oh. Well, if you'd seen my bed mold, you'd be impressed. Oh, she killed my tunes, man. The only thing in this game that let me down was just loading screens, and even that is just, they were quick and it's not even a problem. Everything else in this game was great, except I always felt stressed out when I had to use gels for some reason. Maybe because they weren't like structured enough.
Navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
Oh shit. What a bitch. That was a pretty tough puzzle. For the laser. Alright.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
Oh.
Waddle over to the elevator and we'll continue the testing.
Man, she's got some sass. Could you imagine 60 years of this crap? I'm pretty sure I'm the last test subject, so you know, if I died, she'd be pretty bored. Pretty bored.
This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faith Plate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
This was the first test map that we created when we started to experiment with the aerial faith plate puzzle element. The map underwent many visual refinements, but it's one of the few puzzles that remained almost completely unchanged from its first form.
I got it first try last time. Damn. It's a good one. Good puzzle. Sky rockets in flight. Bam. Afternoon light.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life.
That doesn't make sense.
I thought that was interesting.
We don't breathe air. We breathe. I mean, we don't. We don't breathe carbon dioxide. We breathe air. We breathe out carbon dioxide. So how can you polish up the thing we don't breathe and then give it back to us to breathe? like put maybe they mean like add
Let's see
hydrogen
what the
to
next
it.
test is.
Or whatever,
Oh,
whatever.
Advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself.
Why would you make
The catapult
it acre
trajectory
like that?
lines seen
Whoa.
here allow us to visualize where the catapult will deliver a player or a physics object.
That's legit.
We can differentiate the speed and trajectory for players and other objects. The yellow lines are for physics objects, and green is the player's trajectory. Sometimes we need to have a different value to accommodate the shape of the object being catapulted. What works for the player may not work for an object, and vice versa. For instance, it was common for a box to make it to a ledge while the player would smack into the side, and then fall down into the slime. The visualization tools helped us debug these types of problems.
Just breaking my balls. That was neat. I'm gonna do that
The
one
catapult
again.
trajectory lines seen here allow us to visualize where the catapult will deliver a player or a physics object. We can differentiate the speed and trajectory for players and other objects. The yellow lines are for physics objects, and green is the player's trajectory. Sometimes we need to have a different value to accommodate the
Fun.
shape of the object being catapulted.
Too fun.
What works for the player may not work for an object, and vice versa. For instance,
Okay, I'm done
it was
with you
common for a
talking.
box to make it to a ledge while the player would smack into the side, and then fall down into the slime. The visualization tools helped us debug these types of problems.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless.
You're
Try to
trash.
avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
I gotta catch it all. It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
You don't have to test with the garbage. It's garbage.
No.
The button
Yeah. It all rolled off, but whatever. This is like those cubes, but they don't have sharp edges on them. You know what? If you're just gonna roll away, I don't want you. I've got my CD. My CD. It's a biology joke. Because I'm a really strong biologist. BT dubs. What did I do wrong? I'm not sure. I swore that was it. I mean, what's over here? That's just if you fall down. Oh, right. Right. What's the point of that wall at all then? Oh yeah, I know why it's there. Never mind. That's how people get there.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you.
Oh,
And I'm
thanks.
sorry. You didn't react at the time, so I was worried it sailed right over your head, which would have made this apology seem insane. That's why I had to call you garbage a second time just now.
I don't think you can save when you're doing director's commentary. So, I have to do this chapter by chapter. No interruptions.
Did you know
Yep.
that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry. I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science fact.
Guys, it's the companion cube. Let me just tell you the background story of the companion cube. Basically, there's a mission in the first portal where they give you this cube with a heart on it, and they tell you take it everywhere you go, and like don't lose your companion cube kind of thing. And you do like a few levels with this cube, and you get really.
Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test?
Aww.
I'm sorry.
You bitch.
Go ahead and grab another one.
Anyway, so you get this cube, and at the end of the few missions, she makes you throw it into the incinerator to move on, and after you throw it into the incinerator, she goes, congratulations, you were one of the fastest people to throw it into the incinerator. And you're like, oh.
Oh, no. I fizzled that one too.
Oh my god.
Oh well. We have warehouses full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
Oh crap, oh there we go. Sorry about the frame rate issues, guys. It's been pretty good so far this episode. I'll just look at the ground for a second. That usually fixes things. Wow, look at that. Look at that ground. That is quite the ground. God damn. Alright, so let's do this. Maybe. Okay, I think it calmed down. Oh, that was ugly. Maybe it's, I think it's the lasers.
Every test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects cannot smuggle test objects out of the test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you.
Run, my companion cube. We shall live in harmony together. Mwahaha. No one can stop us. Our love is meant to be. Oh.
I think that one was about to say, I love you. They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
What a bitch. I think Gladys and the British bot are just such unique characters. I love it. This game runs on XP. Hardly runs on my 7.
This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one.
What the?
Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There, if you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
We needed a puzzle that would demonstrate the different effects that the Fizzler has on the game. This map was consistently the one that most of our playtesters would get stuck on, and we tried various things to make the puzzle easier to understand. Originally, this room had 2 Fizzlers in it, and was divided up into 3 distinct areas. This proved to be too complicated, and almost none of our playtesters could solve the puzzle. We removed the second Fizzler and simplified the layout of the room quite a bit, but most of our playtesters were still getting stuck on it. We identified the problem to be the space above the Fizzler. Originally, the space was completely open, but that didn't actively convey to the players that they needed to shoot a portal above the Fizzler. We then tried putting glass with several holes in it above the Fizzler. This was slightly more effective, as players would know that the holes are there for a purpose, and would try to solve the puzzle by shooting portals through the holes. The map was still not testing well though, as players could not figure out which side of the Fizzler they needed to be on when they shot their portals. We then changed it to have only a single hole to the glass, moved down to the eye level of the player, so that shooting the portal from either side of the Fizzler would be a valid solution. This change tested really well when we started seeing most of our playtesters make it through the level without getting stuck on it for a long time.
Man, I'm really upset about this frame rate issues all of a sudden. I think it's lasers.
We originally planned to use the same emancipation grid effect we used in Portal 1. We were surprised to hear during several of our early playtests that players thought this map was the first time they'd encountered one. Walk through at least one emancipation grid in almost every map. Playtesters also weren't able to report the grid's properties. That indicated to us that we needed to better communicate when an interaction was occurring. Our challenge was to create an effect that was more noticeable to players, but didn't look so solid or so threatening that players wouldn't attempt to walk through it. We chose to keep the cool color scheme and reinforce the non-threatening nature of the field by mimicking the kind of water caustics you'd find in a shallow swimming pool. To communicate that the grid blocks portal placement, we added flashes whenever the player shoots one. To warn players that the grid will destroy objects brought through it, we added a vortex effect that increases in intensity as objects get near. Once these changes went in, playtest feedback demonstrated that players noticed the emancipation grids earlier.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared with all this testing talk they speak of. Maybe I bet there is like one big company that like randomly enslaves people, and they're bringing like homeless drifters and make them undergo crazy scientific experiments. Well, that's chapter 3. So this has been Chris D, and I'll see you guys later. And it froze.